Hey, Mother's Day is right around the corner and then 4th of July. And before you know it, gosh, the year is over. But let's slow down because I know if you're like me, you're like, oh, I want to do something really nice for those that I care about to make an impact and connect with them and let them know that I value the relationship. But sometimes those dates just sneak up on us, right? And then you're like, oh, what can I do? It's kind of like social media. I hear this all the time too, that people are saying, it sneaks up on me and I'm like, what can I talk about? But if we can get ahead of it, we can make that all the more easier for us and deliver the content and the experience that we want to those that we love or those that we value a relationship with. So today we're going to talk about some ways to deliver a client experience that can be really unique, or some things that I've found that I think are really kind of cool, unique things that you can deliver, as well as how you can create this in your practice to not break the budget, but to deliver a wow experience. So, one thing is to start with, we want to start and to think about your client engagement plan. Do you know who your best clients are? Have you segmented your client base or thought about what you want to really deliver in that experience you want to provide? So, it starts there. And then thinking about, how often can you stay in front of your best clients to nurture those relationships and let them know how valuable or how much value they provide for you and how much that relationship's important to you. So think about, for your A plus clients, it's 18 touches a year. Now that is not 18 social media posts or 18 of your newsletters. It's 18 touches. So some things, like if you're going to send them a gift, it's going to be worth more points towards those 18 than a social media comment or sending them a quick text to say happy birthday. So you can take one thing though, like a birthday, and deliver that in different ways. We've talked about this before, of like maybe for your A plus, you're taking them to lunch or you're sending them a gift, versus a B, maybe they're getting a handwritten card for you versus a text. So ways that you can make that manageable. But 18 is the number we're going to talk about today, of like, how are you going to get to 18? It's really not that hard when you think about different things like life events that might be going on in their life. You think about thank yous for how they're supporting your business. Ways that maybe you can support organizations that they're important to them. Maybe they're involved in some charities or nonprofits. When you think about content that you're sharing, educational information, when you're talking about communications, maybe it's things just making it easier to meet with you, making their work easier, taking something off their plate. Many of us value things, people that can make things easier more than providing us a gift. It depends on what your love language is. Social media connections, certainly part of that as well. So you can probably get there really easily. Let me share with you some of the unique things that I've found that make this easy and I think are just a little different than what you might have seen out there. So I'm going to share my screen here, if I can do this right. Present. Uh, if I can do this right. Let's see, since it's not actual share screen. There we go. Take me a minute today. Okay, one of this, I'm going to window 2. Hopefully the share's right. This is one of the newest things that I've found with Gretchen Rubin's podcast. If you've listened to me, you know I like Gretchen Rubin and the Happier. But this thing is home candles, all different scents associated with places. So you'll see here they have things about baseball stadiums. They've got things related to occasions or states. If somebody's not living where they grew up, if they enjoy going to baseball, if they like going camping or hiking, or maybe they are getting married. There's all kinds of cool scents in here. And in addition to that, you can also personalize these candles. And we know when you personalize something, it can make it something that's treasured. They might not even actually burn it. They might just want to smell as one way. So check out. I know they have some promotions if you're a new client there. Nothing that I get as an affiliate, just something that I saw that I'm actually going to use with a couple individuals coming up. And I've thought about my husband too, because I know he loves the smell of a campfire. I don't know if any of you are like that, but he absolutely loves that smell, and they have the smell. Probably not the same kind of experience, but I would imagine, enjoy that. So check that out. That's one. Another one that can help you in terms of give you some ideas. I'm a huge fan of Etsy. I've used that for a lot of clients for March Madness, since I'm big into sports, and Playmaker is our brand. For some clients, we did some basketball chocolate covered Oreos. We did a Let the Madness Begin t-shirt, especially for a client who has a daughter that does Irish dance. So St. Patty's Day in March is mad in a whole different way than the bracket of NCAA. And we did some socks with some cute messages on it. So we did those for some clients, but some other ideas that might be more transferable for some of you too, if you're not into March Madness. Some of the things, and you can create these boards. So it can be really expensive here. Um, some things we've got in here. You could do something, maybe if they are a small business owner and they own a business, maybe you want to do a sign that has their QR code to be able to give them reviews, or have their contact information that they could have in their lobby. That would be pretty cool for them. For a new house, you could do something with an ornament, because that's something they're probably going to stick around of their first year in their new house, just like if they had their first baby. That could be an idea. Somebody who likes mountain biking, we did this personalized cutting board for them with a quote on it. Another thing in here, for a pet, when they just got a new puppy, first ornament. So ornaments can be kind of cool. Some other ideas in here. You see, we did some things. We have a client who's their faith is really important to them. So we did some ways that they could bring that to light in their office with this prayer jar with their team for them. Um, national parks that they really like to travel. So those are some different ideas. There's so many different things that you can get and find on Etsy. So if you're not using it for client gifting, can make it super easy. Now, I will tell you before we're done with this, if you don't want to search, you don't get into that, and you just want somebody to do it for you, I can hook you up with some resources for that as well. So bear with me. So another resource, some of you are just in that place where you're early on and you're thinking, I don't have very much money. How can I deliver client experience or just get cards out to my clients? Postable and send out a card, or a couple great resources that they've got different cards that you can personalize with your own message and ship through their site, so that you don't have to actually go and be like, I got to go to the store and pick out some cards and handwrite them and get them in the mailbox. You can just go on there, write your message, pick out the design you like, and send them. Some of their designs are better than others for some of these sites, but they make it really easy to do. And can find most of your basic ones that you might be looking for, like congratulations, happy birthday, or sympathy, those kinds of cards, and still create your personalized message on there from you. So check that out. They always have a lot of different promotions running, so you can get a little bit discounted rate on your cards. And another one that I love is called Thanks, THNKS. They have a mobile app, which is what I usually work off of, but this is the desktop, where you can send via text or via email to a contact a thank you. And they've got different price points. A lot of times I'll do thank yous for referrals with a quick gift card to get their favorite beverage at Starbucks or something along those lines. But you can search all different categories, different price levels. You can save in there a message or tailor that message that goes with it to the person. Make it really easy for you to send a thank you in the moment. That's where I really love doing it, when it's something you're like, I'm not waiting for a particular holiday. I just want to do something right now. I know something's going on with their life, or I appreciate something they've done. This could be a really great way to be able to do that. And then let's see, a couple other things that I wanted to hit on for doing ideas. Another one is, this isn't giving you enough ideas yet. Let me switch my screen sharing. Stop sharing. We have a client appreciation ideas resources worksheet that by occasion as well as by different providers you can search. So if you're looking for something for any occasion, or if you're looking something like, hey, I need something for a birth of a child or maybe a new job, it gives you some sites to check out too. So if you want that, comment in the chat. We'll make sure to send that out to you as a resource to help give you some of these additional ideas. All the ones we talked about today should be in there as well. So, great resource to have quick links to all of those sites and those ideas. And then the last thing I think I wanted to share with you today to give you some ideas of how else to think about your appreciation is starting to map that out throughout your experience with the client. Now, some of you may have very defined times, right? Like they become a client and then, they're a client for maybe a year and that's it. And some of you might have, once they're a client, it might be ongoing forever. I know that's probably the case for many of you. But you can think about during maybe the course of the year, when are you interacting with them? So when we went back to the beginning, we talked about communications, emails, social media, newsletters, birthdays. You can map that out and say, when are these happening to make sure, one, that they're not all at the same time, right? You want to spread your touches or your engagement with those clients over the course of the year. And you want to make sure that you don't have any big gaps, right? Where it's like, hey, they hear from us in Q1 and Q4 and Q3, Q2, Q3, we're not on their mind at all. So how can we spread this out? And how can we deliver things in a variety of ways to engage with them? So one thing I'm doing is to call it like the calendar of catalyst. I stole this from Gretchen Rubin. Another thing that I love from her about other things that you can do of thinking about at least every 90 days, how are you engaging in some way with your best clients? So certainly the things we already talked about, but some unique things you can add in there would be things like, um, blast off day on March 21st. Maybe you do a card about blasting off their career to new levels, and how excited you are for them. So, something that you can take something that might be a little bit more trivial or arbitrary and have fun with it. And you know what? Nobody else is probably doing that. And that will stand out versus a Christmas card when everybody else is doing it. So we're looking at the calendar since we are in April. A couple things that are coming up is this is volunteer month. So that might be an opportunity to support a charitable organization. One of the links in that document, if you request it, also has where you can do a charitable organization, give them a gift card, or I think is how it works that they can apply to any charity that they support. So kind of a neat idea to do that too, if you're not sure maybe what they're supporting. So volunteer month. Certainly, it's been opening of baseball this month, the Masters. The NFL draft is the end of the month. So that could be something in terms of, during the NFL draft, we're all focused or the teams are focused on doing new research and taking action so that they have new life this next season. Maybe there's something there with your audience around a new season ahead, a new energy, and the research they've been doing to make that come to fruition. Those are a couple maybe ideas from April. May 1st is May Day. It's also a great day for loyalty day in terms of um, showing appreciation for your clients. This Kentucky Derby. May 4th is May the 4th be with you. Obviously, there's Mother's Day in there as well. And then June, a couple ideas to be thinking about is June 21st is the summer solstice, so the day that there's the most light in the world or the most light in the day. There's the Stanley Cup. And if you're like me, like European football, there is a Champions League final in June, or like my husband, more so than me, even. I like to play more than watch. And US Golf Open is in June. So those are a few kind of events, but you could certainly look at the calendars. What are some random holidays? Something that might be fun. I think this week was something with Love Your Pet Day or National Pet Day. Maybe there's something like that nobody else is thinking about, but will surprise and delight your best clients. And with those things, it doesn't always have to be a gift. It could be something like sending a book, or sending a link to an article. It could be, a note. So get creative. It doesn't have to be that hard. And I promised you, if you stayed with me, I would let you know of if you just don't want to do this yourself and you're not creative, or you're saying, I don't know where to even begin, or I'm going to spend hours searching online for the right thing. You can reach out to a gifting agency. Megan Boucher with Platinum Gifts does an excellent job selecting, providing you some options based off your budget, what kind of gift or what kind of occasion you want to send out something to somebody for, or the Expressory with Jamie Shibley and her team. They do a great job. They are great at saying all the other things too that you're like, I don't know what to say. They can put all that into words for you and help you really create something memorable and impactful. So hopefully this helps to maybe actually see a couple of the different sites, what some options are, get you thinking. Because I think if you're like me, we all want to do it, right? But it's taking the time and planning. And that starts with having that strategy and that plan so that you can say, hey, I know we want to do this for Mother's Day, or we want to do this for 4th of July. And you can actually deliver on that and have your system set up to support your intentions. So I hope this helps you this week. Next week, we'll be back again, same time next Tuesday at noon, talking more about how to develop a marketing playbook that allows you to spend more time playing your position, doing what you do best, what you are most excited and passionate about, and spending more time with the people that you really enjoy and can make the biggest impact on. So have a great week. We'll talk to you then.